Tennessee quarterback Hendon Hooker replaced starting quarterback Joe Milton the second quarter whenever Milton went down with an injury against Pittsburgh. And I want to take a few minutes to talk about Hooker's performance because overall Hooker played a pretty good game, had a few turnovers, took a few sacks, but played a pretty good game getting put in that position. And I want to kind of break down some of the film and talk about why he was able to put Tennessee in a position to potentially win the game at the end. And overall, anyone that watched the game, I think knows Tennessee had a lot of opportunities to win or to be up by more score, especially at the beginning of the game. There are a few missed throws, but I thought Heupel had a good game plan and was able to design some good plays. They just weren't able to convert. And then, at the end of the game, they weren't able to convert, and there's that one real bad call towards the end of the game that Hooker looked like he got the first down, but they did not call. But anyways, not the point of the video. I want to talk about Hendon Hooker and what he did well and what you can expect from him if he is the quarterback moving forward. Before we dive into the film, I just want to encourage you to consider subscribing to the channel if you like any quarterback-related content. So when Hendon Hooker came in, just like we talked earlier in the preview video, Pitt was going to try to force you to beat them deep, force some kind of deep throws, and they wanted to get pressure on you, and that's exactly what they did. They had 5 sacks, they had 1 interception, 2 forced fumbles, I think, several quarterback hurries, so they did a good job getting pressure on the quarterback, Hooker, and Milton before Milton got injured. But what Hooker did a good job was completing balls, the shorter intermediate throws, right, and kind of taking what the defense gives him for the most part, not taking too many shots downfield. I think that's when Tennessee is at its best, those short, quick throws. That's what Hooker did a good job of. Then you saw his ability to run. So we're going to dive into some film and look at him, look at the ability that he had to complete those short to intermediate throws. He had a few good downfield throws as well, and then we're going to look at the ability to run and what you can kind of expect if he is a quarterback moving forward. And then I want to look at the fumble and the interception he threw. Those are kind of his really only mistakes. We'll look at that at the very end as well to kind of see what the defense did well and kind of how they were able to cause that. But overall, I think Hooker played well, played relatively clean besides those turnovers, and had Tennessee in a position to succeed. And what I really liked was just the short to intermediate throws that Hooker is able to bring you. So let's go ahead and dive into the film. I'll catch you on the back end. So here's your 3rd and 6. It's a good long throw from Hooker from the left side of the hash to the right side of the field, outside the numbers. And the line does a pretty good job picking up the blitz here because they're going to see there's 6 guys coming. You have kind of an outside blitz here, so you have a little more time than usual on a blitz. But it's a good job by Hooker going through these progressions and making an accurate throw. And just like we talked about in the video previewing the Tennessee Pitt matchup, the corners, especially to the boundary side, playing a lot of press man here, really challenging the receiver. You can't see the receiver down here, but the DB is off here. So good job by Hooker going through his progressions. You see 6 guys come for Pitt. He's able to. So this is Hooker's first touchdown pass here, and nothing really crazy he does here, just a screen to the receiver. But I like the quick throw play call. I like the screens that Tennessee did. I think they should continue to do more of this, get the ball out quickly. But going up the last play, it was that 3rd and 6 conversion that Hooker had, throwing the ball from the left side of the field to the right side, going through these progressions that led to this touchdown here. It's just a good example of how that 3rd and 6, that conversion there, led to this play here. Even though it's not a big time throw by any means, it's that 3rd and 6 to this touchdown. So here's a 3rd and 9 conversion. And this is another play I like in Tennessee's offense, just getting the ball out to the running back quickly. A little swing screen over here. Receivers are blocking here. Getting the ball out quick and getting the ball to your playmakers with space, I think, is something that Tennessee's offense, when they do that, can be more successful than trying to take a bunch of deep shots downfield. So we see Pitt, like we've talked about in the preview video, will try to confuse you line of scrimmage. They only bring 4, even the pre-snap read looks like it's going to bring 6. Ends up not affecting the play all that much just for the simple screen here. Nice, quick, easy throw. But again, I like these type of throws. Get the ball out quick as opposed to taking a bunch of shots downfield. So here's a great play design and a great usage of Hooker here. And it's a touchdown that puts Tennessee within 1 score Pitt. And it's a good creative play that uses Hooker's threat of running the ball to open up passing lane. So it's going to be a touchdown pass to this we'll call a halfback position right now, running a quick seam route here. And watch how the threat of Hooker running gets people out of position. The threat of him running, the DB's almost flat-footed here, which is going to allow the halfback to get past him here. Threat of him running, good accurate ball there because it's actually pretty decent coverage, but it allows space there. So good throw by Hooker there for a touchdown. So nothing flashy in this play here. Going to be a quick kind of fake zone read here, and then a good ball by Hooker. Nothing flashy here, but these type of plays keeps drives alive and keeps plays going. So again, I like the short, quick passes here. We're going to see Hooker with a good little play action. gets it downfield to the number 87. He's able to get upfield for about 8 yards there. So a good example here, again, of Hooker's threat running the ball, opening up the passing lane here. It's also a good job staying in the pocket. So I think seeing more and more of these type of plays with because of Hooker's ability to run is something that we'll see hypo call here. We're going to see Hooker hit the tight end here, and Hooker takes a shot as well. We'll kind of watch this in slow motion. Great job, great play call against Pittsburgh aggressive defense, right? You got 6 people coming, just like we talked about in the preview video. Pitt's defense is going to be very aggressive, so finding plays to utilize that. Good job by Hooker reading that, seeing his receiver come wide open here, stands in the pocket, takes a shot. That's a hit right there. Is able to deliver to a wide open receiver. Notice how the DBs are in here because throughout the run, Hooker takes a shot, delivers a good ball downfield that gets them inside the 5-yard line. So here's a 3rd and 15 that Hooker is able to convert because of his legs here. He has a great move down here. But this element of Hooker's game, I think, could really bring the Tennessee offense another element they can work in the package for. Even though I know Milton can't run, but Hooker's just a bit more dynamic. Sees nothing there. Actually pretty good blocking. Decides to take off here. Here's the move. Able to get him going this way. Just a great stop. Boom, get upfield. That's a big first down, especially at this point in the game. Tennessee was down 34-20 with about 2-ish minutes left in the 3rd quarter, so big time conversion there for Hooker, but a great example of his legs and what he brings as a runner. So here we have a 2nd and 8 of Hendon Hooker here. We're going to see a good job, good quarterback design run here. Picks up the first down here, good lead blocking here. But again, showing his athletic ability, showing the ability to run, and showing what you could probably see more of with him at the quarterback position. These type of play calls here. Again, we got 6 guys in the box, so you got plenty of blockers, even though you're going to the outside of the field or towards the boundary. Hooker does a good job getting upfield, getting the first down there, but again, showcasing his ability to run and something that I think will help open up the passing game, especially the quick passing game as we've seen in this video. So here's Hooker's interception late in the game, about 5 minutes left, and besides this play and his fumble that we saw earlier on, played a pretty clean game here, but this is a really good defensive play by Pittsburgh here. We got 7 in the box here, right? And then you have basically, it's not cover 0, but you basically have this cover. You just got man, so it right now kind of looks like no up top safeties, right? Because they're all within what 7-ish, 8-ish yards of line of scrimmage. So we got press man here. You got press man down the bottom of the screen. You can't see. Then we got off coverage right here. So this DB is the guy who actually ends up intercepting it. He comes across from the other side of the field, so he stays in. Sees it's not a run, so he doesn't have to defend against the run. He probably is supposed to take the running back if he goes out for a pass, sees the back, stays in. So then he kind of goes back to zone, does a good job reading Hooker, knowing Hooker's coming this way. Hooker doesn't even see the DB. Just a great defensive play by the Pitt defender there, and kind of one of Hooker's really only mistakes has happened to come towards the end of the game. So here's Hooker's, here's Hooker's fumble here. It's a rollout here, and we're going to see the receiver come open, but for whatever reason, he takes his eyes off the receiver or looks quicker to the middle of the field, and then just the fumble happens here. So we see him take off here. We see him already turning his head this way for whatever reason. Yeah, he's got pressure this way. But I think just having a little bit more anticipation because receiver does come open here and getting the ball out like right now, as opposed to looking down the middle of the field, whatever it may be, would obviously be the right play. That's hindsight 2020, but still you can't take the fumble there. It's just a little more ball security there by Hooker. Watch film and then be able to see the anticipation throw to that out route there. So here's one of the sacks of Hooker from Pitt, So it's from the middle linebacker here. When the middle linebacker sees the running back stays in because the middle linebacker is on the running back, the middle linebacker is able to come in and sack Hooker here. So one of the 5 sacks that Pittsburgh had on the Tennessee offense this past weekend. You see he sees the running back comes in, is able to hit Hooker there. Boom, not a sack, I guess, but a quarterback hurry nonetheless. So overall, I think Hooker's running threat opens up some passing lanes, which I think will open up some deep balls moving forward, but I think it's taking what the defense gives you and getting the ball out to your playmakers in space. Hooker overall, when he came in, I think was it midway through the 2nd quarter, maybe toward the beginning of the 2nd quarter, ended up going 15 of 21, a buck 88, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Also had 49 yards on the ground. So I think he played pretty well with getting thrown in through Milton's injury. I'm not sure what the situation is moving forward. That's not what we do here. We just kind of break down the film. But let me know what you think about Hooker, what you think about his performance. Who do you think the quarterback should be moving forward? Let us know in the comments below. We'll see you next time on the next quarterback related video.